Today, the Supreme Court has issued a landmark ruling that could reshape the very fabric of federal authority. By overturning the 40-year-old Chevron precedent, the justices have changed the game for federal agencies. In a 6-3 decision, the conservative majority took aim at the power held by federal regulators, a move that's already sending shockwaves through Washington. The ruling arose from a challenge to a fisheries regulation, but its implications reach far beyond the fishing industry. For decades, Chevron v. Natural Resources Defense Council allowed agencies to interpret unclear laws, giving them significant leeway. This flexibility was a double-edged sword. It helped both Democratic and Republican administrations implement policies without waiting for Congress. But now, in a dramatic shift, the Supreme Court has declared enough is enough. The focus was on a 2020 rule requiring fishing vessels to fund data collection for fishery conservation. Operators argued that the National Marine Fisheries Service overstepped its authority under the Magnuson-Stevens Act. Lower courts had sided with the federal government, but the Supreme Court disagreed. By overturning Chevron, the justices have restricted the power of agencies, insisting that Congress, not bureaucrats, should make the call on ambiguous laws. This decision is the latest in a series of rulings where the conservative justices have reined in federal agency power. It echoes earlier decisions that struck down President Biden's student loan relief plan, blocked his vaccine mandate, and curbed the EPA's authority over carbon emissions. The ruling is a victory for those who argue that agency power has become too expansive, often referred to as the deep state. But it's a significant blow to those who believe that agencies need flexibility to address complex issues like climate change and public health. With this new precedent, the burden shifts back to Congress to craft clear, unambiguous laws. And for the courts, it means a more hands-on role in interpreting the scope of agency powers. The Trump administration championed the fight against what it called the overreach of federal bureaucrats, and today's ruling cements that legacy. With 3 Trump-appointed justices in the majority, the conservative legal movement has secured another crucial victory. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. The balance of power between federal agencies and the judiciary has been fundamentally altered. And the ripple effects of this decision will be felt across every sector touched by federal regulation. Stay tuned, because the story of federal power is far from over.